kids would be sheltered and have water and resources to go to school and live life. That's over $4.3 million in the last 2 years because of the work that you've done. We did that. We did that. Hey, Trevor, if it's possible, if you can put the house lights on, I'd like to see my teammates here. Cool. That's good. Because I want to look in the eye, because we need to do more. Like, we really got to do more. You have so much power. Like, you blow my mind. When I meet you and you're so grateful and your hearts, and I also see so much power just like evaporating off of you. Like, I see so much untapped power when you get sidetracked by ego, or sidetracked by the wrong stuff that is the little problems, the petty stuff that we're gonna solve. I take responsibility for all the stuff, and I promise you, we got a team, a management team that is so world class. We have people come into our company who see the spirit of the business, who see the ability to reconcile and solve problems. You got to know. But we all have to work together to harness our power and do more. Do more for ourselves, our health, our wealth, and then do more for our teams, their health, their wealth, and do more for people who can't do it for themselves. That's part of the job. That's part of being a part of a democracy. You know, I don't like to talk politics, and I'm not gonna, but I am gonna talk about democracy and freedom. And the way democracy and freedom works is, it's not about them. And by them, it's the mess that is what politics has become. It is not about them, because we put them in place. We are the ones that have to take responsibility for putting them in place and then holding them accountable for what they do once we put them in place. We can't blame them. We have to blame ourselves. We have to take responsibility for it. And now, when we see a problem, we can't step over it and go, well, that's a problem. We need to say, I see that problem now, and I can no longer act like it's not there. You might be aware of my little sort of hallway, my tunnel that I walk into, that is right outside my parking spot. And I have one thing on there. When I walk in, I see all my quotes that I write in magic marker on the walls. And one of them says, when you see a problem, don't step over it, fix it. And that's the way freedom and democracy works. And that's what it means to be the CEO. You read great stories of Henry Ford or Walt Disney or even Ray Kroc at McDonald's, that when those guys would see a problem, they'd see a candy wrapper, they'd bend over and pick it up. They didn't ask the guy to go bend over and pick it up. There's a reason I wanted to bring my own chair out here. I want to be that guy. And I wanted to sit down. So we need to stop being lazy. And that includes me. There's habits I can break. There's things, little time wasters that I let happen. I'm constantly working to improve it. I need you to also. If you're not on a team cup yet, I don't know how many times we can broadcast it, ask you to do it, and tell you that your teams are 9 times more likely to sign a coach. People who you and your teams have promised will be successful or have an opportunity of success with this business. And yet, we have just a little over 5,000 teams, right? There's probably 5,000 people in here. There's no way that everybody in here is the leader of a team. I mean, there's over 5,000 people in here, which means that something like, I don't know, 25,000 people on team cups. We know that people who are doing the team cup have a 9 times more likely to sign one coach. Get your teams in the cup. This is what we're going to be focusing on. We got to stop being lazy, and we got to use the promotions that we're putting in place. We got to take responsibility for being the ones that put the word out there. We have to all work hard and be the CEO, because it's going to be brutal unless we step up and use the tools that are available to us. We got to participate. We got to lead. You know, there's a line. You ever heard of a musical called Hamilton? Saw it 5 times. I've heard of it. Love it. Love the show. There's one line in an exchange between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, and where Aaron Burr is notoriously non-committal, because politically he doesn't want to have to pick a side so that his foes can't take him down for having chosen a side. And Alexander Hamilton says, if you stand for nothing, what will you fall for? And I'm saying to you, stand for this. Stand for your leadership. Stand for wanting to help people achieve their goals and lead healthy, fulfilling lives. You have to stand in your power and stand up for your power. Have belief in what you represent if you truly believe in what you represent. And if you don't, then leave it and find something that you believe in. Don't just do this because Aunt Mary wanted to go emerald. Do this because you believe in it. But where does your power come from? Look at that consciously. Where does it come from? Ask yourself, who are you? What makes me powerful? Let me tell you what it's not. It's not your diet. It's not your weight. Your weight does not give you any power, and it doesn't sap any of your power. It's not your abs. Your abs are not the source of your power, although core strength is good. You are not your anger. You are not your fear. You are your consciousness. You are your heart. You are the kid who at 3 years old used to smile at people and just want to smile back. You still are that heart. You are the 7-year-old who had dreams and the courage to try them and to talk to people about those dreams with enthusiasm, without fear of being criticized for it. You are still that person. You laughed, you tried stuff, and today you're that same spirit, but maybe you've been hypnotized or tricked into thinking that fear and worry is a safer place to operate. And I think that's a big waste of life. I think that's a big waste of your power and a big waste of your leadership as CEO. I need the 3-year-old back. You need the 3-year-old back. You've been hypnotized into forgetting your true self. But now I'm asking you to be the CEO. You are the CEO of your life, and you are running an operation of helping people be the CEOs of their life. Taking responsibility, being accountable for something with an incredible mission to help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. You got to find your power. It's time to step up, pay attention, not act in this abstraction of motivation and cheerleading, but truly engage in what we do. I'm talking about the team cut. I'm talking accountability with the Challenge Tracker app. I'm talking about helping people who have no desire to work out understand what country heat really means. You got to try it. You got to try this program. You got to understand why people who are 300 plus pounds are sending me emails thanking me for creating this program. You got to understand that and not dismiss this thing. You got to take advantage of the challenge packs that are going on special for August. You got to take advantage of and try to understand what the heck we're talking about with this Beachbody health bet thing. But it's a real opportunity for you to talk about splitting up to $3 million for people just completing 3 workouts a week and drinking 5 shakes for 4 weeks straight in September. You as the CEO need to leave the abstractions and you need to get tactical. You need to get practical, and we need to take responsibility, because if we don't, it is our fault. And if you don't, it is my fault. And I'm not going to let it be my fault without a fight. So I'm fighting you right now and saying we have got to do better, and we can do better. The opportunity is so big. My heart goes out to you guys because I know you want to create wealth, and I know you know people. They want to pay off their mortgages, they want better cars, they want their kids to go to whatever college that they want, and they don't want to have to encounter incredible, crippling debt to do it. But they just need to find opportunity, and they need to find the energy and the resource to do it. But I'm telling you right now, there is no problem that can't be solved without courage, creativity, resources, and patience. If they can just put those 4 things together, and you can convince them that they have that power, you will change the world, and you'll love it. You will love this job more than anything. So I want you to engage your inner hero. Get your health in order. Pay attention to your wealth. Be responsible about your cash flow. Then help your team do the same. And when you've achieved all that, when you finally got it going, and you still have that power, because you're going to be a master. You're going to be some like ninja coach. Like seriously, you're going to be like, Chicago Challenge Pack, Shapoosh, Beachbody On Demand member. Shapoosh, I think, is a thing. I learned it in Court of Force, Joel and Jericho. Then when you've done all that, and you're like, wow, I really got this thing. My muscle memory, my reflexes are, I help people, I can keep talking to them, I can help them move to achieve their goals, their dreams. Then you're going to keep on going, because then you can, out of that 226 million people that still have demand for what we do, then you can start to give money away. Maybe you've got all the wealth that you need. Then you can start to do things for people who can't help themselves. You can be a part of freedom, a part of democracy. You participate in shaping the world because you become a master of shaping your own. You are a CEO. I am a CEO. I'm no better or worse than you. We are CEOs trying to figure out how to do this job that we threw ourselves into, not knowing that it is brutal. So now what are you going to do with that? What will you do with your power? Today, tomorrow, when you walk out of here, will you forget your spirit? Will you forget your 3-year-old?